Parle Products Private Limited is a leading Indian biscuit maker which might lay off up to 10,000 workers as the slowing economic growth and falling demand in the rural heartland could cause production cuts, a company executive said on Wednesday. A downturn in India's third largest economy in denting sales of everything from cars to clothing, forcing companies to curtail production and raise hopes that the Indian government will unveil an economic stimulus to revive growth. A sharp drop in Parle's biscuit sales, which means the company have to slash production, which may result in layoffs of 8,000 to 10,000 people, Mayank Shah, category head at Parle, said in the telephonic interview from Mumbai.
We have been talking about it to government, saying that this is not right, because biscuits below 100 rupee kg were actually exempted from excise in the earlier tax regime. The principle of allocating a particular GST slab was of a revenue neutral rate. So by that logic, it should not be subjected to 18% GST and clubbed with other premium biscuits which are at 200, 300, 400 rupees per kg. So anticipated that if you are subjecting it to higher GST, there would be a price hike which would have an impact on demand. Now, while we were very hopeful and very optimistic about government reducing the GST, and we waited for almost like more than 1.5 years, that did not happen, and we were forced to take a price hike. So as a result of price sensitive categories, as a result of price hike, there was a dip in demand, and what aggravated was the slowdown in economy. So both the things put together has further aggravated the situation.
The situation is so bad that if the government doesn't interfere immediately, we may be forced to eliminate these positions, he said. Parle, founded in 1921, employs about 1 lakh people including direct and contract workers across 10 company-owned facilities and 125 contract manufacturing plants. Shah said demand for popular Parle biscuits brands such as Parle-G had been vanishing since India's rolled out a national trade goods and service tax GST in 2017, which imposed a higher levy on the biscuits costing as rupees 5 or 7 cents a pack. The higher taxes have forced Parle-G to offer fewer biscuits in each pack, hitting demand from lower income consumers in rural India, which contributes more than half of the Parle's revenue and where 2/3 of Indians live. Consumers here are extremely price sensitive. They are extremely conscious of how many biscuits they are getting for a particular price, Shah said. Parle, which has an annual revenue of above 1.4 billion, held stock over the past year with the government's GST council as well as former finance minister Arun Jaitley asking them to review tax rates, Shah added. Once known as Parle Gluco, the Mumbai headquartered company flagship biscuit brand was renamed as Parle-G and became a household name in India through 1980s and 1990s. In 2003, Parle-G was considered the world's largest selling biscuit brand. The slowdown in India's economic growth, which has already led to thousands of job losses in its crucial automobile industries, was accelerating the drop in demand, Shah said. Meanwhile, market research firm Nielsen said last month India's consumer goods industries was losing steam as spending in the rural household cools and small manufacturers lose competitive advantages in a slowing economy. Parle is not the only food product company to have flagged slowing demand. Varun Berry, managing director of Britannia Industries Limited, Parle's main competitor, said earlier this month that consumers were thinking twice of buying products worth rupees 5. Obviously, there might be some very serious issue in the economy, Berry has said on the conference call with analytics. Shares in Britannia company were down 1.5 as 0620 GMT have fallen as much as 3.9% earlier on Wednesday. Bureau Report, Konark Live.